Welcome to Journey of One. This is a show where I travel around Southern California to check out fun events and interesting places to see. Thanks for watching. Let's begin the journey. This week I head to Universal Studios, a theme park and active movie studio. This week NBC was putting on a special event to celebrate the Emmy nomination of the show American Ninja Warrior. They shuttled us onto the Universal backlot, where many movies are filmed using these film sets with building facades which can simulate many types of cityscapes. When you visit the theme park, you can take a tram tour that briefly passes through this area, but being able to get out and walk around is a whole nother experience. American Ninja Warrior is a show where athletes run a difficult obstacle course to try and complete it and also set the best time. For this event, they set up a truncated version of the course using some new and popular obstacles. Being a Hollywood event, they naturally had a red carpet set up where the athletes, hosts of the show, celebrities, and even an Olympian could walk and be photographed. Of course, they couldn't help but show off their ninja-like abilities for the camera. As I had come straight from work to get here, I hadn't grabbed dinner yet, so I was thankful to see all these food trucks there serving up some delicious bites to eat. But the coup de grace for me was that this took place on the courtyard in front of the Courthouse from the Back to the Future movies, a favorite of mine growing up and still today. Later in the evening, a screening of an episode was planned. There were chairs set up, but most people were encouraged to sit on the grass areas and were given special show-themed beach blankets to sit on. For many fans of the show, it was really cool to see the hosts of the show and the athletes in person. But they were there more than to just pose for pictures all night. They were going to have the ninjas run the course and let everyone get an up-close and behind-the-scenes view of the show. The first obstacle he just passed was the broken bridge, followed by the salmon ladder that he was on now. After that was a new obstacle called the wedge, which proved to be extremely difficult to get through. You have to grab the bar and move it forward before jumping to the next landing. This athlete couldn't get it to budge and attempted to swing and leap for it. All of these athletes were crazy talented, making the first couple obstacles look easy as they blew right through them. But on the wedge obstacle they kept having troubles, falling one after another. Salmon ladder is a ridiculously difficult thing to do, but these athletes were so in shape and fit they started doing tricks and showing off on it. But they just couldn't beat the wedge, until one enterprising athlete decided he would try and get past it in his own way, becoming the first ninja of the night to make it through. Once on the other side, we finally got to see someone attempt the warped wall obstacle, a 15-foot high wall they'd had to run up, grab the ledge, and pull themselves up onto to complete this course. Afterwards, the crew decided to change the wedge obstacle, giving the athletes a fair chance to make it through as intended, and sure enough, they finally started to get past it after it was fixed. This guy was incredible, landing a backflip off the wall before running up it for a spectacular finish. There were also a few female athletes who ran the course, showing it wasn't only the guys who could make it through. Even with the wedge obstacle altered, not every guy or girl was able to make it through, as it was still very difficult. After all the athletes had run the course, it was time for a special screening of an episode of the show. It was neat to see the show in full obstacle courses the athletes had to run. Now, after seeing them do it in person, you had a new respect for their abilities as they made it through the obstacles. This athlete was featured on the episode, deciding to run up and cheer for himself on the show as he watched himself run the course. After the episode was over, we were ferried back to the parking lots, having had a fun night on the Universal backlot. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and come back next week as I continue my visit to Universal Studios, touring the theme park and the new Wizarding World of Harry Potter.